when designing my metronome, I wanted to make the functions of the metronome as simple as possible. So for an instrumentalist like a drummer or guitar player, or any instrumentalist at all, they would be able to operate the device without having to lower any piece of equipment. So for drummers in particular, I had to make sure that the coherence between the laser and the acrylic sheet was suffice so that any drumstick of any thickness would be able to work. So in order to test this, I got two different drumsticks. I got the 8A, which is the thinnest drumstick in the market, which, as you can see, operates the metronome perfectly. I then tested with a 5A, which is the average size of drumsticks on the market. And as you can see, again, any larger size or any smaller size than this will work just fine. When interacting with the metronome itself, I wanted to use it to be hands-free. However, some of the actual functions of the metronome itself aren't quite hands-free, and that's one problem which I ran into. I aim to rectify this within my next iteration. However, as you can see right now, changing between different modes without having to think is quite simple. However, changing the BPM itself, you had to turn the potentiometer down to 60 and up to 120 and anywhere in between. Furthermore, I've noticed that when laser engraving instructions onto the metronome itself, I've done the font far too small, and I'll have to rectify this within the next iteration. A final step would be to change the laser module itself to function the changing in BPM. So swiping the laser and breaking it would cause a sequence which would then repeat back using the piezo, and that would be, well, my final iteration.